Once again, God gave me the opportunity to stand before you. And I don't know who you are, but God knows all things. He got a purpose for all things. And honey, I don't know who listening to me tonight, or today, or what time it is. But I shall pray that God take this and touch your heart. Not that I can get some honor and glory for it, but that God get the honor and glory. Tell you a little bit about me. I ain't nothing but a son that been saved by the grace of God. Don't know nothing, ain't got no bill or education. But I know some things tonight that on my heart. And I hope and pray that if you listen, that God take this. And God had to do it because I can't. But God take this and touch your heart. My prayer is tonight that you are faint about something. You know my Bible teaches you got to be born again. If you want to read that, I ain't got time to go into all this. But the Bible teaches you got to be born again. If you don't read that, you go over to the first chapter of John. It talked about that Nicodemus agreed with the Jew, went to Jesus. And Jesus said you must be born again. And he don't know how can he be born again. He wasn't talking about this body being born again. But he talking about you being born into the family of God. You know, we figured that. In the chapter, the 8th verse, it says, saved by grace through faith, and that not was saved, the gift of God. Honey, if you ain't got that gift of God this morning, you need to call up on God for salvation. Now, honey, you may go someplace and you may go ever son. You may sit in the house somewhere that you call a church house. And you may think that you got one of the best preachers that ever been. He may be with a pastor. But if he ain't got a time or place that he been saved by the grace of God, if he ain't got a time or place that God called him a priest, honey, let me tell you something, he don't know what he's talking about. And honey, I ain't trying to put nobody down today. But I want to give you some things to think about tonight. And honey, I ain't got time to go through all the Bible and get you all the detail. But let me start in Moses now and talk about Moses a little bit. Honey, who is Moses? Honey, he's the one that God met up on the mountain there. And God told him to tell the people, I am that I am. Yeah. Honey, let me tell you this morning. Honey, how did Moses know what to do? Because he talked to God, but because God talked to him. Honey, if you got a preacher today that don't know how to talk to God, if God ain't say his soul, if God ain't call him to preach, honey, you ain't got a preacher today. You got a man that deceiving you and deceiving himself. And honey, he don't know nobody. I hope and pray he don't know nobody. Because I can't see how a man that been saved by the grace of God, how that a man that been called by God to preach, would get out and preach something that ain't the truth. Honey, it ain't about me today. It ain't about how much more you donate. I know today they get on TV and they tell you that you're donating and God bless you. Let me tell you something today, you ought to be blessed. You call up on God for salvation. And honey, he give you something there that can't no man give, can't no man take away from you. Honey, I want you to understand who Moses is. And I want you to understand that not only Moses, but God has a purpose for all things. And God knows all things, and he knows what we need before we know what we need. And I want you to understand that today. If you at that listen to me, I don't know, I ain't put you a shirt down. I ain't put you a preacher down. I'm just telling you what the Bible teaches. Honey, I want you to understand what the Bible teaches today. Not what some man teaches, but what the Bible teaches. Honey, my Bible teaches that for Moses to know what to do, he had to talk to God. Honey, he had to get humble enough to meet God's condition. Honey, I had to get humble enough to meet God's condition to be saved. If you ever get saved, you have no doubt. You have meet the same condition that I did. Honey, let me tell you, God ain't give up one prayer in salvation. It ain't good enough for you, it ain't good enough for me, it ain't good enough for everybody. And honey, if you think you too good to bow down and call up on God, honey, you don't never know nothing about that salvation. Honey, if you don't never humble yourself down before God, you don't never know it. Honey, I want to tell you that. Honey, Moses died. Honey, God told Moses to go out where you hear people at there. Honey, let me tell you something. Moses said, everybody else, honey, we don't want to do the thing that God wants us to do. Honey, I didn't want to get up here tonight. Honey, I fought all kinds of truths because I ain't got the education. Because I can't talk the way that you can. Because of this and that, but it don't make no difference. If God said to do it, we need to do it. And my point is today, I want you to understand. It don't make no difference who you are. It don't make no difference where you come from. It don't make no difference. Honey, God is one thing, and He made this one Bible here, and He put everything down in the Bible, and He put it there for a purpose, and for you to understand, to know the truth. And how can you know the truth? Or somebody preach the truth to you. Honey, it got to come from somebody that know God. It got to come from somebody that God had talked to. It has to come from somebody that had to talk to God first. Honey, let me tell you, I talked to God before He talked to me. He called me to Him, but He never talked to me. Honey, I met He conditioned there, and He talked to my heart there. He may not talk to my head, but He talked to my heart. He gave me peace there. He gave me something I know about. He know that I know that everything okay between me and God. Did that mean I'm perfect? No. Did that mean that I don't never make mistake? No. But let me get back to Moses there. Honey, old Moses there, he done the thing that God told him to do. And honey, Moses there, God told him to be him a tabernacle that God could meet in His people. Honey, God ought to meet in His people, and His people need to meet in God. And you need to be one of them. If you go into one of these places and you can't feel nothing, let me back up before I get too far ahead of myself. Honey, let me tell you, old Moses up there, he'd be a tabernacle there. He'd be a place that God could meet His people there. Honey, he'd be the way that God told him to be. Honey, let me tell you, everything that done got to be done the way that God want done. It can't be done the way y'all want done. It can't be done the way y'all think it needs to be done. But it has to be done according to this Bible. It has to be done the way that God tell people. And how that God read people. And you may not believe that God read people, but let me tell you something He does. And honey, He ordered Moses there, and He told Moses there to be a tabernacle, and Moses built the tabernacle. And honey, he done it the way that God told him to. And I want you understand, he bid that tabernacle there. Honey, he prayed there. He turned over to God there. And what happened? The power of God came in, and the fruit of God came in, and it covered that whole thing there. And honey, you could feel something. You could know there's something there. And if you go in some place the next day, if you go in some place to meet and claim to go into the house of God, if you go in some place and you can't feel nothing, if you can't tell that people got something, you go into the wrong place. Let me tell you, I ain't trying to put nobody down. But I'm so trying to tell you the truth this morning. I'm trying to tell you what God put on my heart. I want you to understand Moses had to do the thing the way God told him. And honey, he listened to God. And honey, let me tell you, man, today, if he trying to preach the gospel to you, if he trying to tell you the right way, he had to know God and the free part of sin. He had to be saved by the grace of God. He had to be called to be great to preach the gospel. Honey, let me tell you something today. We got so many people that ain't through today. They got to be education. They decide they ought to be a preacher. How come they ought to be a preacher? Because that way they don't have to work. That way they can sit where they can go and be somebody, and people hold them up and put up on a pastor and think they something. Let me tell you something. A preacher ain't no different from no other man. Honey, God is love him the same as He do you, and God love everybody the same. I want you to understand that a preacher is nobody to nobody else. The preacher had to go through the same temptation and the same thing that everybody else go through. Honey, let me tell you something. God don't tempt no man. But let me tell you, the devil tempt everybody. Especially if you trying to serve God. The devil going to tempt you. He going to do everything he can to tie you down, or you won't be where you need to be. Now, if God permit, I want to go on. Honey, let me tell you, a man called David. Honey, let me tell you how come he become the king. Honey, let me tell you how come King David become king. Because God put him there. Honey, let me tell you, so I want you to know, honey, that King David there, God said he a man on heart there. I want you to understand today. Honey, I believe that God being this thing ever since the beginning. He did the beginning, he the end, he a figure, he a maker. Let me tell you, so I want you to understand today. Honey, God have a plan. He know all about you today. He know all about me. And you may say, well, you so old country boy that don't know nothing. Honey, I may not know all the things in the Bible. I may not have to be an education, but I know God. Honey, I know who owns everything. And I know who got a purpose for everything. I want you to understand today. Hey, my God, he know all things. Hey, David, he tried to serve God the best he could, but temptation got him, same that get you. Hey, let me tell you, don't never think that the devil can't get a hold of you. Don't never think that you won't do something. We don't know what we'll do because we can't control that, because we ain't close enough to God. If you want to control with temptation tonight, if you want to get off of dope tonight, if you want to get off of the alcohol tonight, you have to get close to God. Honey, that won't hurt you more than anything else. Honey, what do you more good than anything else? You meet God condition. You call up on God for salvation. You pray unto God until you have the peace in your heart. And honey, it ain't because I'm preaching to you, but it's because that God sent me or God sent somebody. Hey, well, who preached the gospel? God had to send them. How can a man preach unless God sent? Hey, let me tell you something. I want you to understand. Old King David, he a man that God on heart, but he done something. But let me tell you, he had a son there. And let me tell you, his son, he made a temper there, a house for God. King David ought to be a house for God, but because he's seeing some of the things that happen, God won't permit him to do it, but he permit his son to do it. And you say, who King Solomon there? Let me tell you who I think King Solomon. I believe this all my heart. I believe, let me back up and get to King David. Let me finish that up first. I may be getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you what the Bible said. Let me tell you what King David said. He said the pain of horror got a hold up on me. He said that he ain't trouble that. Let me tell you something today. If the pain of horror ain't never got a hold of you, if you ain't never got in trouble, but let me tell you that he got in trouble there. And what did he say? He called upon God there, and God showed mercy unto him. And God showed mercy unto me too. One for even he saved my soul. Let me tell you something. I want you to understand. I want you to know that King David there, he is a man of God. I want you to know that he repent and he called upon God, not so to be saved, but then after he got saved, he done things that he didn't need to do, and he repent and call upon God. We had to repent from time to time and call upon God and ask him to forgive us. Let me tell you something. I want to go on now. Who was King Solomon there? He is David's son there. And God permit him to be a horse. Not King David a horse, but he permit him to build God's house. He had to build the house the way that God told him to. He had to cut the stone someplace there. He had to cut the wood someplace there. But he brought it all together. It all went together. Everything fit together. There wasn't no hammer or head. There wasn't no hammer had to be beat. There wasn't no nail had to be beat into it, because everything fit together, because they done it the way that God told them to. And what happened, got done. It said that King Solomon there, he fell down on his face there, and the people fell down up on the pavement. And I believe they down up on his face. They called up on God. They dedicated the house of God, and God came in. The glory of God came in and filled the house. Let me tell you, that same thing done in the tabernacle. The glory of God came in. It filled the tabernacle there. It also came in and filled the temple there. So if you go someplace and you can't feel nothing, and the glory of God ain't there, and you can't tell that there's something different there, and you can't tell that God there, you may think, well, it's God here because we all get it wrong, because we got this big family, because we got this and that. If you ain't got God, you ain't got nothing. Let me tell you something. That God meet you here, people, you can fear God. And the lost people can tell there's something there. Let me tell you something. If you ain't been saved by the grace of God, you need to go someplace that you can tell that them people got something that you ain't got. And you can feel the power of God there. You can see the power of God. It said they saw the power of God there. It said so fit there that King Solomon couldn't even go in, because the glory of God so fit. Let me tell you something today. If you go to the house of God and you can't feel nothing, and you call the house of God, it ain't the house of God. It's some place that some man or some people got together and they begin. Let me tell you, the house that God made, you can feel God there. If you can't, you don't need to be there. Let me tell you how you understand this. Let me tell you that. I believe that in Jesus up on this order. He came here. He hung on the cross. He paid the sin debt for you and me, that we could be saved. Let me tell you, he also prepared people. He prepared people to serve him. Let me tell you, I believe that he set this sweat up. He took a little handful of people up on the mountain there. If you don't believe that, you better go back and read the Old Testament. It said be that little handful of corn thrown up on the mountain there. He took a bunch of people there about curl and his disciple there. He took it up there and he set up the sweat there. And he told them to tar until he sent the power there from on high. Let me tell you, on the day of prayer call, God sent the power down, and the glory of God came down, and it filled the house. It said, free force and air unto the sword that day. Let me tell you something, it filled the house. They could feel something, they could see something, they know it was something. If you can't feel nothing, if you don't know it something, if one preacher can't give you a time that he repent and got saved, if he can't tell you a time that God called him, he don't know God. Let me tell you something. I ain't trying to put you down tonight, but I want you to understand, the place that God meet in his people, it ain't got to be a fancy place. He meet in his people any place that his people, they said that. Let me tell you something. I ain't never been no place that God wasn't there. If he wasn't there, it wasn't a place of God. But you go to the place that God there, you can feel him. You can know him. Before I got saved, I go to the house of God. I go where you could tell they had something I didn't have. I could see them testify. I could hear them talk about God. I see some old man get up and preach the gospel, and he might not even be able to read the Bible. You ain't got to have a education to serve God. You ain't got to be a man that all can morning to serve God. Let me tell you, I try to tell you something today, and I hope you listen to me. It ain't about the morning. It ain't about the fair house. It expensive thing. It's about being able to fear God. Let me tell you something, it's all about that. If you don't know God, if you ain't got a time or place that you know that God talked to you, you ain't repent and call up on God for salvation, you don't never get saved. I believe I quote a while ago. Well, you figure that the 8th verse. It said, for by grace are you saved through faith. That not was said. It's the gift of God. Not work we say, amen. That's the 9th verse. Not work we say, amen, suppose. You can work all you ought to. If you ain't working for God, you ain't going to commit to His being. God ain't gonna man nothing. I can get up here today and have people get up and tell you that you send me a big donation. You send me $10 and God send you $100. Let me tell you something. You can send me every penny you got, and I'll tell you what may happen to you. You may be broke. Because God ain't going to give you more so because you sent me some. If I need some more, God gave me the work, gave me the opportunity to work. And that how come a whole lot of people want to be a preacher. They go through to be a preacher because they can go out there big fan car, go out there big old fancy suit, put the big fan necktie on, and they can say, well, at me, I'm a preacher. And you saying, well, donation to me, and God bless you. Let me tell you, if you want to be blessed, you get on your knee and call up on God, and you meet God condition, and He'll bless you at salvation. And that be the beginning of the blessing. That be the beginning. Do you want to know something? Do you want to go somewhere? I don't care where you go. You go somewhere you can fear something. God fed the tabernacle. God fed the temple. God fed them on the day of Pentecost. And if you go to the house of God, people have been saved by the grace of God, and they crying their best to serve God, you'll be able to feel something. You'll be able to see something that you may not ever saw. It may not be the way you think it needs to be. Because you look at from the thing of this order, you don't meet God on the thing of this order. You have to meet God on the thing of His term. The way that He wants you to meet. Let me tell you something. Do I want to be a preacher now? Let me tell you, ain't no glory for me. I tell you what the Bible says. It says, rule unto me if I don't preach the gospel. Let me tell you something. It'll bore the way day of a night think about it. Am I doing something that hurt to somebody? It'll bore of a night say, or you know on your bed, think about the wash people that ain't going to hurry every day. It ain't a good job, but it's the best job you can have. And you don't understand that. If you ain't been saved by the grace of God, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something you can feel. I'm talking about something you know about. I'm talking about something you ain't got to ask nobody. You know about it, and God tell you about it. Let me tell you, my God ain't talked to you, It's because you ain't asking to. You know over Matthew, I believe the 7th chapter, the 7th verse. It says, it's been given you. Seek ain't to find, not ain't to be open unto you. Let me tell you, that's under the good verse there. Let me tell you about a good verse about that. It says, my people meet together. I'll be amongst them. He didn't say I'll be a house full. He talked about 2 or 3. He said 2 or 3 meet my name. I meet it them. Let me tell you something. I know be it 4 or 5 meet it God. Than be a house full that don't know God. Let me tell you, I'll tell you what's going to happen to all them people that get to serve to be a preacher that ain't never been saved by the grace of God. The one up there trying to tell you the only thing you got to do is repeat after me. Or you come up and shake my hand and ask you, do you believe in God? If it that easy, everybody be saved. It ain't that easy, It easy enough if you believe in Jesus. You have to believe that Jesus died and He gave His life on the cross. You have to believe that He entered the tomb, and you have to believe that He came out of the tomb, and you have to put all the confidence in Him. You have to trust in Him. You have to call upon Him, and you have to depend upon Him. And then you can get saved. If you depend on some man, it said don't put your confidence in man. And you say, well, do you find all that ever bit of this Bible? If you don't believe me, you call me, get hold of me. Honey, I find every bit of it sometime or another. It may take me 4 or 5 months, but let me tell you something. If you can fear God, you know what I'm talking about. If you can't fear God, you never be down your knee and cry, find out what I'm talking about. Honey, let me tell you something. Honey, God loved you. He loved the rich people. He loved the poor people. He said the gospel always be the poor. He didn't say that about the rich. You know how come he ain't always the rich? Because he don't want it. They don't something ask. They don't something make you feel good. Honey, I could tell you how good you are. Tell you send a donation to me. I could tell you that if you repeat this, you'll be okay and you'll die and go to heaven. Well, I can tell you that you're going to have to repent and call up on God and be saved by the grace of God. If you do that, you'll go to heaven. But if you fail to make peace with God, you're going to go to a devil hurry. And I hope and pray it ain't my fault. I hope and pray that I didn't fail to warn you. I hope and pray that somebody that day read my report. Somebody read my report. Not read my report, but read my report. Let me tell you something. We come to you not to try to make us look good. Not to tell you how great we are. There ain't nothing good about us. I want to tell you about the one, the King of the King. That is Jesus Christ. I want to tell you about the only begotten Son of God. I want to tell you that God loves you. God made a plan of salvation for you. And that only thing you got to do is ask for it. But you're going to have to ask for it. If you think you're too good to bow down and call up on God, you won't never get saved. If you think you've been so mean that God ain't you, you don't never get saved. Let me tell you something. You can't be too good to get saved. You can't be too bad to get saved. If you meet God condition, He'll save everybody. You know, down I believe the 17th verse over in John, He said, I sent not my Son to condemn the world, but that they may be saved. Let me tell you that how come Jesus came. Do you believe that Jesus is the Son of God? I ain't talking about up here. Do you know it in your heart? That hell you feel at. That hell you can see it. That hell you know about it. You know a whole lot of things you hear. I've been taught a whole lot of things in my head, but always ain't the truth. But the thing that God put in my heart, the truth. Well, I can feel in my heart it that way. I may say, well, I don't see how it can be that way. I ask God sometimes, how come I got to do this? But it ain't me to ask God. It's me to say, here I am, God. Show me what you have for me to do. It ain't about me anyway. It's about God getting the honor and glory. You should think about it. If you go someplace and try to serve God, and you can't feel nothing, can't see nothing, and the preacher can't tell you about being saved, if he can't tell you about God talking to him and calling a preach, you don't need to be there. He need to be someplace on his knee, calling up on God for salvation. If you got a man that worry about some big fancy wife for him, or some big fancy home, and all he owns is some big donation, he ain't preaching for God. Why do God need a donation? God owns everything. God don't need a donation. God ain't never told me He'd make me rich because I follow Him. But I tell you what, some of the day, I have everything I need. I have everything that I need. I'll be satisfied. I talk about satisfied. Do you want to be satisfied? You call up on God and get that peace of God. And you may not be satisfied on this side. When you get to the other side, you'll be satisfied. But if you don't call up on God, if you go someplace they don't preach that you got to be saved, if they don't preach that you have to repent, if they tell you that you do good deeds, my Bible should say it ain't by work. Let me tell you, if it's by work, we think that we have part in. We ain't got no part. The only part you got today, you had to call up on God. You had to believe up on Him in all your heart. That's the only part you got. Honey, let me tell you something today. Honey, I don't get up here now. But God blessed me today for some reason, and I don't know why. But I thank God that I'm able to feed. I hope and pray that you go somewhere. Honey, I ain't trying to run you off. I ain't till you come down here. Honey, I wish everybody come this way. But honey, I tell you what, you ain't got to come down here to fear God. Honey, you go with God people. You know, I bring over hunting for some. I bring over that. It said, how person for blood to the garden. You know, he had the partial ornament up on the head. That iron down. The burrier ain't iron burrier. They ain't down to the sort of the ground. Had to do up on the mountainside for that the royal command, the birth ain't white forevermore. Honey, let me tell you something. If you go someplace and God people that, honey, you can feel something. You can see the grove. They don't be asking about morning. They don't be asking about what kind of car you drive. Honey, they think about the poor people, they do the rich people. Honey, God rub everybody the same. We need to rub everybody the same. Honey, the only reason I got what I got because God gave it to me. The only reason I've been saved is because God, by God's grace, He saved me. Honey, that's the way you're going to be. If you ever get saved, it'll be by the grace of God. It don't be about the good work that you done. It don't be about the donation you done. It don't be about you sitting the amen column. It don't be about all this stuff. It don't be because you preach, son. I didn't got salvation because I preach. I got salvation before God ever called me to preach. Honey, God ain't never called nobody that He didn't give us salvation first. Honey, let me tell you something. You have to get saved before you can begin to serve God. Honey, it ain't a job that we own, but a job that God give us. Honey, let me tell you, I didn't own the job, but God gave it to me. Honey, I ain't nobody than nobody else. Honey, I told somebody tonight, I'm nothing. And honey, I'm the least one. But I'm thankful that I know God in the free part of sin. That'll be my message. You listen to me. If you go someplace and cry to serve God, and you can't feel nothing, can't see nothing, and it's everything so normal, it's an everyday thing, honey, you going to the wrong place. Honey, you see people crying. You see tears running down their face. You hear people get and thank God for being saved. Honey, you hear a preacher that preach this Bible, and he don't tell you how good you are. Honey, I ain't never heard too many preachers preach how good we are. He preached how sorry we are. Yeah. You know how come? I tell you say how come? The Bible said we ain't none good. Honey, we ain't none good. I hope and pray that you think about this, not because I say it, but I hope God take this and touch your heart. And I hope if you go someplace and sing, when you sing that, sing that, and you can't feel nothing, and you can't tell no difference between them and everybody else, go someplace you test the devil. Go someplace. You may all make fun. Honey, you may all make fun of me. Honey, I hope and pray that you do. And you say, what are you talking about? Honey, you say making fun of God, people, God get a hold of you. Honey, let me tell you, I know that for a fact, honey. Honey, you don't talk about God, people. Honey, He get a hold of you. If He get a hold of you, then why are you repent and call up on Him for salvation? If you don't, you'll die and go to a devil hurt. Honey, let me tell you something. I hope and pray you tonight. Honey, you don't make fun of me to hurt yourself. Because I belong to the King of the King. Honey, I talk to God. God talk to me. I can take you to the place that God saved my soul. I can take you to the place that God told me to preach His gospel. I can take you to the place that God said to begin a mission that at hand. And it's so big that over 100 years old. We ain't got no fence or nothing that hand. We ain't got no bathroom. But we got more than most of the people. We got God. Hey, I know to have God to have everything in this order. Hey, let me tell you, you ain't got to have a big fancy house. But you got to have God. But I tell you what we need to do. We need to give God the best of everything we got. Hey, let me tell you something. I said I wasn't going to get on this, but I guess I will. If you got a dollar, you need to get at least 10% of it to God. And honey, I don't believe in tithe. You may need to give that whole dollar to God. If you do, and God tell you to, He'll take care of you. Honey, my prayer is tonight that God take care of you and that God help you until you find Him. And my prayer is that you'll find Him before you die. If you don't, and you may be one of these people saying, I never bow down and call up on God. Honey, you will, but it'll be too late. Honey, there'll be a day that you want to believe in God. There'll be a day that you know there's God, but it's going to be too late. Honey, at night you got the opportunity to know Him in the free part of sin. That'll be my message. May God help each and every one. If you at down, you've been saved by the grace of God. Honey, pray for the lost. And then you get them praying for the lost, pray for all of God called preachers. Ain't the one that you think ain't doing right, you pray for. Ain't the one that you think maybe they need to do something a little bit different, you pray for. Let God take care of that part. Honey, God the one. Now, I don't know, I may be getting too deep here. Honey, let me tell you something. There's going to be a day that God's going to clean everything up. Sometimes we want to clean people up and tell you how to do and what to do. Honey, if God said that He would clean it up in the end. Honey, we don't need to try to do God's job. And there may be some of you preachers that there think that you got more authority than God has. You ain't got none. Honey, God got all the authority. Honey, God got authority over everything that ever been made, everything that will be made, and He know about everything that's going to be made. He got authority over everybody that died. You know, I believe over. Well, I don't even know exactly that. I ain't going to say because I'll get these two part of the Bible meant up, but I'll tell you this. It talking about we all die. It said come a time that the moment go back to sleep. It talking about going to come a time the sister will be broken at the faction. Okay, it's going to come a time that the body going to return to the dust, and the fruit going to return to God. And you know what God going to do? He's going to do what He sees fit. And you say, what? How are you talking about? If He see the blood of Jesus Christ apply to that heart and you die, He's going to say, come on home. Yeah. But if it ain't been applied, He's going to say, depart from me. And you're going to say, God going to send me a hurt? No. Honey, God gave you the opportunity to call up on it. God sent a old country boy at me to preach the gospel to you. You may be the president of the United States. You may own a big bank. You may be one of the richest men in the world. God sent a old country boy at me to preach the gospel to you. What do you do with it? That's between you and God. Honey, my part, I try my best to do my part. I hope and pray that you'll do your part and call up on God. That'll be my message.